Hello, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to some more Widget Inc. So last time we left off, we had just opened Tier 5. We're working on Tier 6 right now. I should have enough to basically just almost click on this and it'd be done. It's 1,000. There's another. Yeah, so we're able to produce a fair amount of stuff here. I did get a few more storage boxes kind of built. So there we are, Tier 6, 4 hours, 7 minutes, and 18 seconds. All right, and then, so that should allow us to open our next little fun games here. So silicon extruder, which means we need more sand. So we'll go ahead, we'll silicon extruder down here. Processor lab. I guess actually I should have done this the other way. So let me put you there. I'm going to grab you and move you down to there. And then we'll move you to there. And then the mainframe assembler, right? And then we'll go ahead and put you up here. So that way we have each of those guys kind of going. Those should kind of already started working on our ability to do things. We need to get a few of these things made. So basically we'll just go over here and grab some of these guys. And then once we do that, we should, oh look, there's 12 of them. That should be enough to make what we need to make. All right, so that should start building those things for us so we don't have to keep doing this. And then those should auto build for us. And then, like, yeah, so this guy's already pretty much almost maxed completely out. And then, so we'll just control click and make sure all those things go away. And then once we got all those guys built, we can probably catch some more of these. Not enough of those. There, now we have enough. There you go. Keep going. We'll be all right. Grab those. There you go. So that way, those are all, right, yeah, we're all built out. All right, so those are all built. We'll go ahead, copy these guys like this. Shifty, shifty, shifty like that. And then that should start building out fairly quickly. So as you can see, as you get further into it, it does get quite a bit. Now, we do need sand and we need power. So let me go ahead and get this guy here and start building us some more sand. Because we need sand specifically just for the extrusion. So we'll just build a bunch of sand. I'm sure these things are only slightly expensive. It's fine. So that stuff is it's insanely expensive. All right, and then we'll do this. We'll go ahead build this guy out like this. Go see if we can find a place to put these guys. So we'll put you there. Put you there. And we'll put you there like that. There and there. So that way we have lots of extra power. We have lots of extra sand. We can get all these guys kind of built. And it's just kind of a process of getting things kind of built up and going. And then once we get all those done, we'll do this, and then we'll do this, and then we'll do this. And then we'll have way too many of those guys going. And then, so lots of power, lots of sand, lots of all kinds of crazy stuff. Now, some of these 30K capacitors, it's going to take me a minute to get those. And then, as always, it's the game. There's a lot of waiting in the game. But as we get further and further into it, and we get more and more stuff open, and we're able to start building things faster, it does work quite well. And I probably built way too many of these, but that's fine. It's not like I'm not going to need them in the future. And then once we get all those done, oh yeah, probably want to do this guy sooner rather than later. And we'll go ahead and get these guys kind of added in, get all these guys. Like I said, it's important. You can kind of go down and get the extra things that need to be upgraded pretty much when you can. And by the time I get all that stuff built, we should be building stuff at a ridiculous rate. Probably should have built that before I started building all kinds of crazy stuff, but it'll be fine. We can actually go in here to this guy here. We can grab this all the way down here, and we can go up. You go up there. Now, I think I don't think that thing's done yet. Yeah, so it's going to take me a minute to get it. But I don't know if... let's see. 520, 568. So like 520 on that one. So the trick is to find out if once this thing is built, right, this factory must grow. Once that is done, okay, we'll do this. We'll hit pause for a second. Once again, if you ever run into a situation where you're like, okay, I just don't have enough of the items that I need, you just hit pause and it will start building the items for you. And then kind of once it gets them built, then it, the stuff is kind of maxed out. It'll be all right. There you go. So it's starting to build those now. So we just need 72. And it may be worth kind of killing everything and redoing it. All right, so that thing's up. So unpause it and bloop. There you go. So now we're done with that thing. Okay. So now if I go back and look at that, so it's still at 520, right? And 568. So these didn't actually change. So it may be worth our time to go in and delete all these. Now you will lose some parts when you do this. Because it's just unfortunately kind of the way it works. But let's see, now if we do this and do it again, now this step drops to 485, so it knocks a little bit off of it, right? Same thing up here. These are actually probably quite a bit more. It will be worth it probably to do these a lot more because these things are stupid expensive. Let's see. We'll get these guys rebuilt here. And then there's that upgrade coming in for that guy. All right, so those will get eventually built. And like, I don't know where. Yeah, so it helps once you kind of get towards the end. Especially once you start getting a lot of these things in here to kind of get their... I lost my train of thought. Sorry about that. But it helps when you're building multiples of stuff to have those eminent domains and the factory must grows and that stuff, because it will ultimately help it quite a bit to grow, and it does cheapen it quite a bit, especially once you start getting into high levels. The things start getting very, very expensive. Let's try that again. We'll go ahead and build those again. I could have just canceled everything, but that wouldn't have been fun. Now, the only thing is now all the upgrades are going to be kind of stuffed to the end, and it's going to try to get that stuff figured out. So what I'm going to do is we'll go ahead put a cut in here. Once these things all kind of get figured out, and I get some of these things kind of caught up, we'll be back with a tier 8, and then tier 8 is called Digitizer. I want to get to the City Builder. I really want to get to City Builder because I want to build a bunch of those today, and then start having it build cities for me. The next trick we have to worry about is figuring out how many, because that gives us production bonuses. Oh, and production bonuses are always good. Multipliers and multipliers is always helpful. So we'll be back in a few. All right, it didn't take nearly as long as I thought it was going to. We still got a few upgrades that the computer is kind of sifting and working its way through. Some mostly over here in the recyclers, the mainframes. But we're going to go ahead and go into here, and we are going to go to tier 7. We're going to go ahead and open tier 7. You'll see these are already been researched. The lightning upgrades, blitz upgrades, all that stuff has already been down here. It's already updated. It's so much faster now. I want to get to back to tier 12 and get the rocket kind of building again. I really, like I said, I want to get to City Builder today, and then really build using that. Start getting that productivity bonus, and we'll be there. So that is done. Okay, so research. I guess I don't want to research that yet. So we'll do those guys. And then next thing we need is nuclear power. So uranium mine. Those go on to sand. So we'll put those down here on sand. Fuel rod assembler. I want to say the nuclear power plant needs to be next to water. So put that over there. I think the fuel rod just needs to be next to that guy, if I remember right. And then, so we'll go in here. We're already building those. That's fine. I already built that. That's fine. Already building that. That is fine. So we'll go ahead and give those the maxed out treatment there. Get those kind of going. And then we'll get this guy and then go 1, 2, there's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 more of those. And then 3. Yeah, there's 4. And then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4 again. And then we'll do this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then yeah, it will run into some issues where it makes it harder to get them kind of mixed in together correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, one more. We'll just put it there. It's fine. That one won't get its bonus when it eventually gets time and ready for them. But yeah, 4 hours 24 minutes. We're cooking through, and then so all that stuff will start to build. Cloud widgets. Do I not have cloud widgets? Where are my cloud widgets? Oh, I didn't build cloud widgets. That's going to be a problem. Let's see. Let me get back into here on my cloud widgets. There, cloud widget. And then get this guy here. The problem is that may cause us a problem. I may be doing this for a minute because the problem is the oh, actually, let me do this. Let me do these guys like this. You guys can all go there. I'm gonna go in here, this guy. I'm gonna go all the way down the bottom, and then I'm gonna do this like that. So that way those guys will start getting the first cloud widgets. And then that should, yep, look at that. Now we're making cloud widgets. That's fine. So that way those things are all working and doing what we need to do. So that way we have our cloud widgets coming. And then 1, 2, 4. Do those guys there. We'll do them here and we'll do them there like that. And then that is eventually, unfortunately, going to be towards the end because those are all behind these guys, but it's fine. It'll be fine. It'll probably be okay. All right, because these guys just need, what all do they need? They just need power and then mainframe widgets. So it's probably okay. All right. And if we wanted to, we could just cheese this thing a little bit. Go grab this guy and go like this. And we'll just move all these guys to the top. So if you start at the bottom like this, it basically moves them all to the top, and then it flips them because you're putting the most expensive ones first, and then you'll go to the cheaper ones. But by the time you get done, they'll all work out. And then the cheap ones on the top again. So that way we're going to start getting those cloud widgets. That should give us, because we can use the power from the oil refineries. So that will eventually help with those. And this should start getting us more of those guys. And then the more cloud widgets we can make, the more, the faster we'll build these other things. And then those will all get better faster. Get 4 of those more. 1, 2, 3, 4 of those more. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 of those again. And we just kind of keep going around back and forth, building stuff and trying to get those all. Yeah, we've already got 2 rows of these guys. This guy should. Yeah. Hey, look. That one's done. This one's already clicking through. It's amazing when you're making 12 of these things at a time. They tend to build a little faster. It's crazy. It is. It is amazing how quickly these things will build. All right, and then we'll go down here. We'll get that guy built. We'll get these guys. Get those all maxed out. Get those done. Get these built. And like I said, just go through. I go through. I try whenever I get another level complete. I try to get those. The upgrades that we've that have opened. I try to get those done because those will eventually. It makes us be able to get things a little bit faster, and it helps a lot. I don't know. Oh, I have it, but I haven't opened it yet because it doesn't open until a later level. That's right. Um, so which is nice. It's nice to be able to see those. Those are already updated and growing. All right, so that is it, and it just it's this wave of just speed as you build one thing, and you start getting more and more of it. It's just this tidal wave of power of different items that come through. We're up to it looks like 70, almost 7,400. So we're going good there. We'll get all these guys kind of built and maxed out. So that should be them building these guys out, and then once they're built, we'll be able to build up a little bit, and then they'll start doing upgrades. And then the upgrades, it's great because you don't need to go through and click on them and start over and do that stuff. So you can just kind of let it build it on its own. You just kind of let it keep going. So there you go. It's crazy how fast these things start to fill up. It is awesome. Just watch them click, click. Yeah, there you go. So, and even that's 357, 368. Those will start to go through. All right. All right. So that should be the last. Get our fuel rods being built here. All right. Come on, fuel rods. So that'll give us all of our fuel rods. That'll give us enough power, hopefully, to run these things on a fairly regular basis. And then as soon as these get done, now we still have quite a bit of upgrades to run in the background, so we're not going to build cloud digitizers anytime soon. just watch them all just open on the side. There's all of our upgrades being unlocked. And then you'll start seeing as these things start to build. Then the next one we need is 8,000 of them. So we'll go ahead and open tier 8 technology there. And let that thing run. And then we'll see how quickly. It's moving fairly well. All right. And then you'll see as these other things, these are using different resources to upgrade. So it builds those kind of in at the same time as it can. We're just sucking down all the cloud widgets that we can. It's amazing how quickly it builds. The only other thing I wish it did, when you do get to the rocket for a sentence, it doesn't tell you kind of how many rockets you have. I don't know if it tells me anywhere, like, it tells me how many pieces I've uploaded, but it doesn't tell me kind of how much it's going to actually take, like, until I push the button. Once I push the button, it'll tell me. But just kind of waiting. Let's see. It just slowly keeps doing upgrades in the background. It's awesome. It is awesome. All right, got another 1,000. And then at that point, we're going to figure out something to start terraforming and adding more cities. All right, so there is that thing. So 4 hours, 35 minutes, and 30 seconds. Cooking along just fine. And then once we get here, now we can build the city builder. We can build all this other stuff, right? So here we're going to go in here. We'll build. We do need a nice big flat area down here. And then I'm going to build. Let's see, let me start down here. Build that guy. Build that guy. Build that guy. And then we'll build this guy. So that way that gives us all of those guys. I thought I would, do I have to research that thing? Yeah, I have to research it. All right, that makes sense. Quantums. So we'll get these guys started. We get those done first. So that way we draw these. We draw this guy. We draw this guy. We draw this guy. Boop. Not enough red things. That's not helpful. Oh, the green ones are... Green ones are being used somewhere else. Probably for upgrades and stuff. Probably for upgrades. And it's probably being shoved into the cloud widgets. So, and this is a problem you'll run into where you're trying to get enough cloud widgets to kind of get those backed up. Once those are backed up, then they'll start backing up the other items. Because if not, it just takes you a while to be able to get all the pieces that you need. So what you can do is you can kind of do this. And we can do that. So those will... So there's that, and then that thing will start working eventually. And then we'll go ahead and see if we can get another one going here. Kind of wait until the little explanation pops off, and then you can try. And sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't. Today it did not work. Even though it says that there was enough. All right, so these guys are slowly building. So once it kind of gets its life figured out, we'll get these guys all maxed out. And back to working our way through and slowly getting up to our process again. We can shrink the widgets. So if we shrink widgets, we can get that all maxed out. And then we go to the next guy. This. There's not enough of them. All right, that's fine. We got plenty of those guys. The reactor. Just more buildies. And then what do we need for this guy anyway? Yeah, so for the most part, yeah, so they're just trying to build, not having enough to be able to build stuff, but they'll slowly get it figured out. It's when you're pushing to the next level as quickly as you can is usually when it starts to cause problems. And then once it kind of gets its life figured out, it's just because I didn't wait for it to kind of build the prior, like the cloud widgets, even though we're almost full of those now. Sometimes, like when you don't do that, it takes it a minute to kind of get caught up. All right, so I'm gonna let these kind of get caught up, and we'll holler back at you when I get ready to build the next thing. Talk to y'all soon. All right, so we got those all up and running. We're gonna go ahead. We'll research the city builder here. We'll get all these other guys going while we're at it. Let's see. Let's get all the green, highlighty, glowy things. Let's get all that researched and all the upgradies. And let's see. There's that guy. Let's get that one. Let's get this one. Let's get all these guys. Not gonna be happy until I pop out of here and everything's got orange warning triangles on it. All right. I think we got. Oh, missed one. Oh, there's another one too. Let's see. There's that. So that should give us pretty much all. Oh, missed that one. And then let's go ahead and mastery. Get the mastery done too. And then what I want to do here is I'm going to go down here to like this area, and then I want to build one of these guys. But I want to build two. I want to build him there, and then there, there, there. I don't know how close I need to have these things or how far they're going to grow out. But I'm going to try there like that. And then that way this will start getting. And the question is this thing going to start taking over the mountains? Is it going to take over? Because it's supposed to terraform, right? So then the question is will this thing eventually? So it takes over the rocks. And then, yeah, so they'll go out. There's that guy went out 2 already. So I may need to even spread these things a little bit further apart. But the way this works is as these things get built and as it builds different things, each one of these things is a productivity bonus, right? So we're already up to 4.6. So each one that we build is 0.01 or 0.1. So as we build enough of these things, and the question is how far out will it grow? Like, is it slowly going to take over everything? Will it take over water? Like, what all does this thing actually murderize here? And then we got all these guys up here that are slowly being upgraded. We'll get more of these guys. I've kind of updated and added more production for some other stuff up here. But we have these guys going, and then we'll go ahead and we'll do tier 9. And then once we get tier 9 kind of researched, we need 14.5K. This is so many. But as we get further and further into this, we're just producing so much more that it almost doesn't even matter because we're able to produce things so quickly. And it looks like I may even need to push these things further out. I may want to just go build. I'm just going to build one of these things over here by itself somewhere. Just going to build him down here by himself, just all by himself. And then we're just going to let him run. And I want to see how far that one actually gets out. And kind of see. You built one. Where did it go? I don't know why. Don't understand why it's not like it's saying it's building them, but it's not. Because it's not got any built around them. So I'm gonna let that one kind of run. We'll let these guys run for a little bit and just see what kind of production bonus we can get. Because ideally, if we can get enough for production bonus, that means we'll be able to get even higher for other things. And that thing is almost done, which will give us the helium extractor, conductor factory, AI laboratory, and the AI delimiter. And then we'll have to find someplace. But maybe we'll probably put them over there. That'll be a fine place for them. 5 hours, 12 minutes. Okay, so we got those kind of built. So helium extractor. Can't remember where that one needs to be, so we'll just place it over here for now. Let's go put that guy there. Put that guy there. And put that guy there like that. Pretty much do the same thing. Let those kind of build up for a little bit. Should be able to get... Yeah, they're okay. Yeah, you build one of those too. You'll be all right. And then we want to build these guys here like this. And then once we kind of get the AI cores kind of built, so we need AI cores. So this one is, we don't have enough of the other things to it. So it's just going to take it a minute to kind of get caught up. We're using so much other resources in other places. But we will eventually get all those built, build a big crazy city block up here. And then my idea here is to, once I get these things built, is to basically have the recyclers. I'm going to build recyclers on all of this stuff just because, well, I can. And it'll be great. It'll be glorious. All right. Yeah, so we're already up to 14 now for our increase. And then these guys, if you click on these, it'll give you extra ones like this. So yeah, 13, 14. It's going good. Grab this guy, and then hit that guy. All right, so that is all running for us. Those guys are running, which means we just need to go play Pong for a click. Okay, go. Let's see. Play a little bit of a breakout. And then a couple of little breakouts, and then we'll end up having those resources. So now we don't have to make any more of them, and then we can not have to play breakout. But we're out of resources, so it's gonna be slow. We need the blue things. There you go. It's a couple more of those. That should give us... Now the trick with this one is you just can't cross the line. As long as you don't cross the line, it'll be all right. We'll get those guys built. Almost got all those. And then once those kind of get built... Oh, this whole thing is going to be... let's see. We go... Let's move all of those up there. Give me a little bit more room down there. And then we're just going to go ahead and build those. I'll be all right. We'll just build a bunch of them. And then once those kind of get built, it's going to be mad because I have those things aren't built, but it'll get it figured out. So those will all get built and figured out eventually. It's just going to take it forever. So I'm going to let that thing run in the background. We're going to let these guys run and kind of see where we're going. So we're starting to build more cities. Once we get the cities built, we'll turn those into ruins. And we'll just keep kind of working on that. So we're already up to 10.1 product, what is it? Productivity bonus. So slowly continue to build those. I kind of, I don't understand why this thing's seems to be building a bunch of them, but they're not being built around here. So I don't know if there's something where it builds them around the other ones. I don't know if it what's going on with that. But I'm just going to kind of let it build and see how big these things get. And then we'll go from there. So as always, if y'all like these videos, y'all want to see more of them, please consider throwing a like on the video. If you have a question, a comment, or concern, you can leave that down below. And if you're not subscribed and you'd like to be, there's a button for that too. With that, you guys be safe, and we'll catch y'all next time. Bye.